are watching Unapologetic Filmmaking and Dope-ish.
So we are on to topic 2, which is
Topic number 2 is that power up.
It's the power up inspirational quote of the week, people, which is on me.
Yes, it is.
Okay, let's see. So this is a super dope one. It is, if your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, and do more, and become more, you're a leader.
Okay.
Boom. And that is by John Quincy Adams, which I thought that was super dope. The reason why I thought that was super dope is because the title of leader is thrown around super loosely. Like, super loosely. To me, it's like director or artist, or like, it's just,
especially artists for me.
Oh god,
like anything could be considered art.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, I'm not saying this facetiously, whatever, but literally, anything and everything is like they'll just throw art on it.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. But the whole leadership thing, I think a lot of people want to be a leader so bad that they don't take the time to understand what it means. Like, the things that I've learned about leadership is you do more serving of others than you do them serving you. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be a leader is like the quote says, is like, if you inspire people to dream more, push harder. I think, you know, when Mike was here the other day, we talked about, I'm somewhat of a, I ain't gonna say a jerk, but I'm very demanding. How about that?
Okay.
I know that I'm very demanding, and I'm not saying that makes me a great leader. I'm just saying that, like, what Mike was saying is like, it is helpful, because if we aren't pushing one another, then what are we producing? What are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, like, and then us as a team, like, we have different strategies or different ways about going about, you know, making sure that we get what we need from our crew, from our cast, or from ourselves. You know what I'm saying? But I know the one thing we were talking about the other day was when we shoot, it's weird as hell, because we don't do things very traditional, but a lot of times our cast and crew members don't want to go home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which is crazy as hell. You know, it's like, it's weird. So I'm hoping that makes us great leaders, because people feel so empowered and so good, and you can, I feel like you can see it on screen. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't have a quadrillion dollars, we don't have a whole bunch of money, but I do know that the people that we typically work with leave happy. They love working on a project. Yes, we busted their asses, you know what I'm saying? But we don't do anything that we don't ask them to do anything that we don't expect to do ourselves twice over. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I thought that was a super dope quote, and I'm gonna read that again.
Hold on. Before you read it again, I want to interject this too.
All right.
Also about being a leader, is also getting your hands dirty.
For sure.
Because, like, I think a lot of people take their leadership roles in a tyrannical type of place. Like, they literally are just trying to be a dictator. Right. Literally, like, they sit back, bark orders, and that's it.
That's terrible, dog.
And I know. You alienate the people, whatever. Now the thing is this though, like, you know, dealing in films or whatever, the jerk, you know what I'm saying? That is the maybe the director, whoever that is, technically over you, whatever, that is the leader per se. Like, they feel they have to do that because they have a bunch of cachet. Like, for instance, like, let's say I'm Steven Spielberg, and you be like, I'm gonna have to submit because he's Steven Spielberg, because he knows what he's doing. He, you know what I'm saying, evidently his way is that right way, and, you know, and people literally kowtow, however you pronounce that, to that, you know. And I'm like, you know, with that being said though, but to me that's not a good leader. I'm not saying Steven Spielberg's like that at all.
No, but it's like, it's just like a pre-existing behavioral thing. Like, in order to be a leader, you have to be this. But that's the exact opposite of a leader. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't just follow the trend or the norm. Because I know, and I'm not picking on you Hollywood people, but I know even the Hollywood system is, you know, you have the above line, below the line. We talked about that before. But it's almost like sometimes people act like they need to treat people differently. You know what I'm saying? Which I think is a bunch of shit. You know, I mean, that's just perfectly honest. I just think it's a crock of shit, you know? So, you know, going back to your point, as far as like just being a leader, is not about just barking. You know what I'm saying? It should be about inspiring people. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I mean, I think Steven Spielberg is probably one of the happiest, at least things that I've seen. You know what I'm saying? But then Michael Bay, a lot of people say Michael Bay is an ass. You know, but that's his style. You know, that's the way he gets shit done. Okay. I mean, I'm not saying I completely agree with it, but I wouldn't say let's mimic being, you know, either one of those guys. We got to be, and I think we talked about that a lot too. We always talk about that. It's like, we know our moment is coming really soon. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be a lot of fucking pressure, man. It's going to be a lot of pressure. People going, well, you guys don't know what you're talking about. You've never done this before, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool, great. But, you know I feel the pressure, and I know we talk about it, and I feel like I think the most important thing to do is to be ourselves. Yeah. Do things the way we've always done things. Because I think I watched an interview with Robert Rodriguez talk to Quentin Tarantino, and he was like, they sat down. I think it's called the director's chair. I think it's called. And he asked Quentin Tarantino, he was like, you know, when you did your first film, were you nervous? Because he was like, I was nervous. Like when I did my first big film, Quentin Tarantino was like, no. He was like, what? Like you weren't nervous? He said, no. He said, why weren't you nervous? He said, I wasn't nervous because I knew for a fact everybody on set knew more about filmmaking than I did. He said, I knew that. I was cool with that. He said, but no one knew more about the story than I did. I said, booyah, touchdown. That's gangster though. Yeah. You know, so at that point, there's no reason to feel inferior. There's no reason to feel whatever. If you're the director, you're there to tell the story. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, tell them suck. No, let me quit. Hey, tell them, look, man, I'm here to do my thing. That's it. Yeah. So yeah. All right. So back to you about the read that one more again. What I'm saying? From John Quincy Adams. It is. Let me get that size right. All right. If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. So basically, if your actions inspire people to become greater, then you are a leader by definition, not because you say, I'm the leader. Yeah. Cool. All right. There it is.
You are now watching Unapologetic Filmmaking and Dope.